Leaders must serve. Leaders should be your best servers, serving your employees, your teammates, your clients. And if you feel that you're too big to serve, then you're probably too small to lead. Leaders know and realize that leading is about impact. You have the opportunity to change lives. Your future opportunities are based on your current choices. Up to the management, I was like, Coach, put me in. Fired. That was my third time being fired. Demoted, rejected.
Give it Forsett, left side, and he's in for the touchdown! Justin Forsett running to the right, he cuts it back to the 10, 5, he's in for the touchdown! Justin Forsett making it lead. A 24-yard game for Justin Forsett will run over 100 yards in the first half alone.
I want to take you guys back to 2013. It's a season filled with so much promise and hope. I just signed my biggest contract to date. This is my 6th year in the NFL. I'm playing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm in my home state of Florida. My childhood friends and family could come and watch me live out my dreams every Sunday afternoon. Everything was finally coming together for me. But it ended up being the darkest season of my career. It was a season riddled with opposition, adversity, setbacks, you name it, I dealt with it. It all started on the first day of practice. I got a routine handoff from my quarterback. I took the ball up down the field. I made a move on the last defender, stuck my foot in the ground, and instantly got what is known as turf toe, which is the severe sprain of the big toe on my right foot. I was out for the rest of the training camp. I'm thinking to myself, okay, Justin, your organization is counting on you. Your team is counting on you. You have to be ready for the season opener. So I committed myself to the rehabilitation process and training and treatment. The season opener comes, and I'm ready and I'm healthy enough to play. But that first game, I see that my reps are limited. The following week, I see that my workload has severely decreased. Week after that, I see I've been demoted. I'm no longer at the top of the depth chart. I'm at the bottom of the depth chart, not sniffing the football field. A few weeks later after that, I see I've been placed on what is known as the inactive roster, which means I practice with the team throughout the week. And on Sundays, I'm dressed in street clothes, watching the game from the sideline. I was heartbroken. I was crushed. This is my 6th year in the NFL. I'm 28 years old. I'm a veteran. I'm in this position. I don't know if you've ever been in a season of life where you expected big things to happen for you, expecting big outcomes, but life starts lifing and you start hitting adversity on every turn and every corner. My back was against the wall. The pressure was on. I was in a fight-or-flight situation, and I don't know if you're like me, but if I'm in a fight-or-flight situation, I'm going to fight my way out. It's just in my DNA. It's in my blood. So I continue to work and I continue to fight. I would go up to the management, I would go up to the staff and the general manager, I would beg and plead for an opportunity. I would say, man, just give me an opportunity. Just give me a chance. If I fail, it's on me. I'm okay with that. But just give me a shot. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? We're the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, at this point, we literally haven't won any games. I cannot make us any worse. So after begging and pleading, after a few weeks, they say, Justin, we're gonna bring you up for this week. You're gonna play this week. I'm excited. I'm like, okay, this is my moment. This is my chance to prove to them that I deserved an opportunity sooner. That weekend arrives, that Sunday afternoon arrives. We're playing the Houston Texans, which I'm excited about because it was the team I was on prior to coming to Jacksonville. So I'm in familiar territory. At this juncture in my career, I'm a third down running back, which means I play special teams, and on third down, I come in to help the offense. Now, we kick off the football for the game, and we get the ball first. First down comes and goes. Second down comes and goes. I get ready to buckle my chin strap to get ready to go into the game. But third down comes and goes. They don't call my name. I'm pacing the sideline. I'm like, okay, Justin, don't get too frustrated. Don't get disappointed. Your moment is going to come. Fourth down comes and goes. We punt the ball. We did a lot of that season on that team. The defense takes the field. They do their job. They get us the ball back. First down comes and goes. Second down comes and goes. Third down, they say, Forsett, get in the game. I sprint as fast as I could inside of the huddle. I line up next to my tight end, Mercedes Lewis, and my quarterback, Blaine Gabbert. I listen intently for the play call. He says, far trips right, 23 scat, all go halfback choice. He says, far trips right, 23 scat, all go halfback choice. Now, that means absolutely nothing to you. But it meant everything to me. You see the down and distance is 3rd and 4. The quarterback is clearing out the defense with go routes. Underneath is the halfback. I'm the halfback. So more than likely, this ball is about to come to me. We break the huddle. I line up offset and shotgun next to my quarterback. I survey the defense. I'm looking at the defender that's guarding me, and he's in the perfect position in order for me to have success. Quarterback goes through the cadence. Wide 80, wide 80. There's no check Omahas. There's no audibles. The play is live, ladies and gentlemen. He snapped the ball, said, I take an open step, I run as fast as I could to the defender. I make a move on him, stick my foot in the ground, turn my head. As soon as I turn my head, boom, the ball hits me in the chest like a bullet. I catch the ball and I'm off to the races. 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards down the field. I can hear the wind whistling through the ear hole in my helmet. I can feel the breeze going through my hair when I had hair. I can hear all 3 Jacksonville Jaguars fans in the stands screaming my name, let's go! I'm excited. I'm going 25, 30, 35, 40 yards down the field. Boom, I get tackled. Oh, my adrenaline is up. I'm thinking, man, I knew I had it in me. I knew there was still greatness left inside of this body of mine. I just needed somebody to believe. As my adrenaline starts to dissipate and the heart rate starts to come down, as I lay face down in the dirt there in Houston, I start to feel something I never felt before in my entire life. Felt as if there was a campfire in my right cleat. I rolled over and the team medical staff is standing above me. At that moment, I had just broken my foot. I was crushed. I remember laying on my back, looking up in that dome stadium in Houston and thinking to myself, man, this is the last time I'm going to be able to play this game, to continue to pursue this dream. The writing was on the wall as far as my time in Jacksonville. A few weeks later, I was placed on the injured reserve list. A few months down the road, I was fired. This was my 3rd time being fired in my career. But what I would always remember about my time in Jacksonville is me going and begging and pleading for an opportunity. To anybody that will listen, and them telling me 6 words over and over again. 6 words I heard in some form or fashion my entire life, and those 6 words were, Justin, we know what you can do. We know what you can do. See, they were labeling me, they were limiting me, they were placing me in this box. They had this one idea of who they thought I was, and they couldn't get over it. You see, I've always felt like I was on the plus side of good, but it wasn't until my 7th year in the NFL where I got a chance to prove who I knew I was all along. Now, I know most of you in here are not getting ready for a football season. At least I hope not. But how many of you ever felt labeled or limited, undervalued, underappreciated? How about now? How many of you are facing some pressures, whether it's at work or at home? You're facing some challenges internally and externally. Your back is against the wall. There's some uncertainty out there. There's some real things that we're facing. Whether it's uncertainty caused by social, political, economic issues, all impacting what we do in a real way. My question to you today is, how are you responding? How are you responding when you wake up and you look yourself in the mirror and think, man, I should be a lot further than where I am? When you're facing rejection left and right. When you have to fight every single day without gratitude. How are you responding when your back is against the wall? Are you allowing these bits of adversity to cause you to sulk? Or are you allowing them to push you towards success? Today, I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story. I'm going to chat with you about how better to think about your time when you're waiting on your breakthrough and how you can level up and lead through change. What I've come to know over the course of my life and career as an athlete, as an entrepreneur now, is that greatness grows best in the shadows. Greatness grows best in the shadows. If you don't get anything else from me here today, I want this to soak deep down into your bones. I want you to own this and write this on your heart. Greatness grows best in the shadows. I want you to own it so much so I want you to stand up with me. I know we had a little bit of lunch. We'll do a little bit of cardio. Hopefully, at least counts on our steps on our Fitbit. All right. And I want you guys to repeat after me. Greatness. Greatness. That'd be great if we were in a library somewhere here in Keystone. But I'm going to need you guys to be a little bit more louder than that, all right? Greatness. Greatness. Woo, I felt that down my spine. Grows best. Grows best. In the shadows. In the shadows. Oh, I love it. I love it. You guys got it. I knew it wouldn't take you long. All right, now I want you to get your feet square underneath you. I want you to get your shoulders back, your chest up, your chin up. And I want you to visualize that opposition that's in front of you right now. That bit of adversity that you may be facing, that challenge, that bit of uncertainty. I want you to visualize that, and I want you to speak to that thing. Let's pretend like we're at home in the back room by ourselves. The kids are outside, the dogs are outside. We don't know who's watching them, but they're okay. Repeat after me, loud and proud. Greatness, grows best, in the shadows. Greatness, grows best, in the shadows. Greatness, grows best, in the shadows. Give yourself a round of applause. Great job. You may be seated. You may be seated. Great job. You're probably wondering, Mike, okay, Justin, you got us here in a conference room chanting in the middle of Keystone. What does this actually mean? Greatness grows best in the shadows means that we don't get our greatest gains in life on our climb and our pursuit to the top. When we're at the top of the mountain, we don't get that's not where we get our greatest gains in life, not when we're at the top of the mountain, but on our climb and our pursuit to the top. Those moments when we're constantly being stretched and pulled, and we have to deep down inside of us and pull out and stretch ourselves greater than we ever had before, and pull out things that we didn't even know existed in order to level up and thrive. Greatness grows best in the shadows. Those moments when we're having pressure and tension and strain and uncertainty. Those moments, we have to learn how to lean into them, because those moments are shaping us and developing us into the men and women we need to become in order to have the success that we desire. Ladies and gentlemen, greatness grows best in the shadows. As someone who's been in obscurity, that's been undervalued, unappreciated most of my life as an athlete and also as an entrepreneur, there's a few things that I know you must do if you're going to reach your breakthrough, if you're going to level up and lead through change. The first thing you must do is excel at the controllables. You must excel at what you can control. I know most people are going to tell you to control what you can't control, but I'm here today to tell you must excel at the controllables. Your attitude, your effort, your preparation, your character, your conduct, your communication. Those things must be at the forefront at all times, because those things will keep you until you get your breakthrough. But I realized at an early age there was a lot out of my control. I grew up in a small town of 3,000 people. Not a lot of people make it out to accomplish their dreams and goals and aspirations in life. I couldn't control that. I grew up in a family. I was a middle child of 3 boys, had your typical middle child syndrome, never really felt like I fit in anywhere. Let me do a quick poll. How many of you got the older siblings here in the room? Raise your hand, older siblings. Look at you, the cool kids, got to do all the fun things. Your parents didn't really know what they were doing, so you had a little bit more freedom. Love you guys. Okay, what are middle children at here in the room? Raise your hands. All right, my people. There we go. The best part of an Oreo is the middle. All right, where the babies at? What are babies here in the room? Raise your hand. Look at you, raising your little hand. Just spoiled. I can't stand you. The spoiled rotten. But I couldn't control where I grew up in my family. I also was in a family that was financially unstable. We bounced around from home to home, never owned anything. Times I remember we couldn't afford to pay our water bill, so me and my siblings were taking baths with bottled waters. I can recall times when we couldn't afford to pay our light bill and we're doing our homework under candlelight, doing our R.L. Stein Goosebumps book reports under candlelight. And then there were times in which we were running from the repo man. And I don't know if they have the repo man here in Colorado, but these are the people that come to repossess your car when you can't afford to pay your car note. I can recall as a kid, my parents and I parking our car blocks down the street and walking home because we couldn't afford to pay our car note, but we also couldn't afford to lose our only form of transportation. Then also our very lowest, I can recall being homeless, living out of a motel at the edge of town. I could still see it like it was yesterday. I could still see the room number 108 etched inside the door. I could still see the blue-green vomit-looking carpet on the floor. I could still see the 2 full-size beds to fit all 5 of us, the large window that overlooked the main highway that ran through our city, and me turning and begging and pleading with my dad to please park our car in the back because I didn't want to have to explain this condition we were in to my classmates. See, I couldn't control those things as a 12-year-old. But what I could control was how I thought about those things and how I used those things to motivate me and push me closer towards my dream. You see, I declared in that moment that adversity would never define me, but it would refine me and push me closer to what I wanted to attain. See, I was a small-town kid, but I had big dreams. One Sunday afternoon, I saw a guy named Barry Sanders for the Detroit Lions. It's a guy small in stature, but big in heart. I would watch him dip and dash through defenses. I would watch him electrify stadiums all over the country. I would watch him dazzle anybody that laid eyes on him. I thought to myself, this is going to be my way out. This is going to be the vehicle in which I change the trajectory of my family. I can recall so much so believing it that I would visualize my success. I would go into my parents' bedroom and sit on their waterbed and look out the window. Don't judge my parents. A lot of you guys had a waterbed in here at some point. And I would go in that bedroom and I would visualize my success and think about all the things I needed to accomplish and all the teams I needed to play for and the levels I would need to take. And I think visualization is important on our path to success and going after things that we want. Because if you can't see it for yourself, no one else is going to see it for you. We got to be able to see it. We got to be able to aim at something. We got to be able to see it and visualize it every single day. I think it was Zig Ziglar that said that if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. We have to be able to visualize our success. I believed what I wanted to accomplish was going to happen. I had faith. I knew those things. I had to put the work in. But as soon as I stepped on the football field, I was told why I wouldn't become successful. Justin, you're not big enough. You're not strong enough. You're not fast enough. I would hear that criticism throughout my entire childhood as I continue to go up the ranks, every age group. Justin, you're not big enough, strong enough, fast enough. You are freakishly good looking, but that is not going to help you on the football field. It's a cross I bear, folks. I'm just playing. And I would go up the ranks and they would tell me that. My first couple years of high school, I played right away and was doing well. My family decides to uproot us and move us to Dallas, Texas, for me and my brothers to have a better opportunity to get to college and pursue our dreams. And I remember as soon as I landed in Love Field in Dallas, I heard those same criticisms I heard my entire life. It just had a country accent. You're not big enough. You're not strong enough. You're not fast enough. But I continued to excel at what I could control. Attitude, effort, preparation. While my classmates, they were going out partying and drinking, I was doing 1,000 push-ups and sit-ups. I was reading autobiographies of Olympians like Wilma Rudolph and baseball players like Jim Abbott that overcame insurmountable odds to accomplish their goals. They had laid the blueprint, and I was going to go after it. I was fighting, and at this time, I was also a Dallas Cowboys fan because my dad was a Cowboys fan, and this was before the era of disappointment that they're currently in right now. And we would watch them on Sunday afternoons, and I would see them play, and I would leave inspired. So much so I would go to a local field, and I would train. I would run and condition myself, just me, my blood, my sweat, and my tears, pushing myself to the limit. When I felt like I couldn't go anymore, I would think about that room number 108. I would think about those water bottles I had to take baths with. And I would allow that to push me closer towards greatness. With no one around. Let me ask you a question. How are you doing and what are you doing in the shadows when no one else is watching to become 1% better? When there's no one there to pat you on the back to tell you good job? When you're not clocked into your 9 to 5, how are you using your time to become 1% better, and not only at your job, but as a human being? Excel at the controllables, even in the shadows.